Hello everyone. Welcome back, or welcome if you're joining me. Today is even more exciting than just having the teaser poster. Um, Today we're talking about the Avatar trailer, the first Fire and Ash teaser trailer. It's just, the music and then a couple of lines from Jake and Neytiri. Uh, this is exciting. So, there is a leaked version that does exist and is out there, and I have seen. Um, but obviously, they put it with Fantastic Four. Finally, they attached it to that, and the very first Friday IMAX 3D showing I could see, I went to. I was like, I have to watch this, and it was hilarious because I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, either they'll play it at the very beginning or they'll play it at the very end. Probably at the very end of, the trailer package, they call it. Uh, you know, why would they have it at the very beginning? They'd want as many people as possible to see it. Um, so, they play all the trailers. I'm like, okay, they're going to play it next. And then they didn't. And then they play the Regal trailers. I'm like, okay, now they're going to play it. And then they finally did. It was like a tease over and over and over again. Like, obviously, I wanted to see Fantastic Four. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Um, but half the reason I saw the IMAX 3D was for Avatar, and it looked jaw dropping in 3D. I think the trailer itself is okay. It's not quite as good as the Way of Water teaser with them first jumping into the water. I mean, that was just perfect. But it's still a good teaser. So obviously, I want to do a sort of frame by frame analysis and go in depth, but I can't show it in any way, shape, or form. So I'm gonna try to see what I can get away with um, just showing the photos that I took. Obviously, you shouldn't be taking photos in a movie theater, but like I had my flash off and this was important. I was like, I want a physical, like that is me taking the photo right there at the very front. Um, okay, so we'll go through this. So we open up and it's the Hallelujah Mountains, just like we open Way of Water. We're picking up right where we started. Um, and then they are exploring the ship, the wrecked ship. Can you imagine that, dude? It's almost as if Cameron wanted to rip off his own movie Titanic, and then he wanted to go explore it again. Within the movie, uh, which is just so funny because he's a deep sea explorer himself. Um, so it's just another way of him kind of living out his fantasy through this passion project of his. Um, and then we have a shot of Kiri just uh, looking around at the particles floating around. And then we have a shot of Loak and Tistrea, and man, I mean, it just looks beautiful. Like, oh my goodness. Um, and they're talking like she's talking about the ancestors and how they're here, and then it cuts to director James Cameron. You know who the fuck this is, dude. um, I love how for the first Avatar they had to really like hammer home like this guy made aliens from the director of Terminator, and now they're just like this is Cameron. You know what's up. Um, we get a really pretty shot of the Wind Traders right here. Um, I mean, it's just very, very vibrant. Very. It's a pretty teaser. Um, Then we get another shot of Kiri, and then we get Quaritch walking by his lonesome. He's clearly, they reveal he's on his way to the Ash tribe, which, can you imagine that? I mean, he's going to team up with the Ash clan, which is crazy to see. And it seems like a natural progression too. I mean, he's sort of outcast from the RDA. He's not their day one guy anymore. He couldn't get Jake twice. So seeing that play out will be really interesting. And we see Pyakon again. Loak and Pyakon reunited. I can't wait to see more Pyakon. And we get an action shot of him too, so we'll see how he shapes up. We see Tonowari, we see Loak and Tisrea again. And then there's another shot of Tonowari and Renal. Loak and Jake and Neytiri have a couple scenes. And then it's the Did This December title card. There's Jake and Spider, Renal and Kirti. And then we have Jake running. And then he's captured. And Neytiri's in a hospital bed. So clearly there's going to be more stuff on the human front. There's going to be battles or conflict going on within the RDA with him being captured. Was Neytiri in a hospital bed at the RDA, or was she at their own medical facility? I'm just really, man, I have no idea. I really have no idea. There's so many ways they could go with it. And then there's a shot of space with an Ikron in space, and I'm like, how is that even working? Quaritch has red paint on, just like Varang right here. It's a similar look that he has. And then we have a lot of shots of Varang. Varang's talking to Kitty. Neytiri's squaring up against Varang. Clearly, Varang, they're going to have her be a big foil to Neytiri, which I think works perfect. Quaritch has Jake as his opposition, and then now Neytiri will have Varang as an opposition, and they both kind of parallel each other. So man, there's so many ways they could go with this. I'm so excited. It's shaping up to be something really special. So yeah, that'll be about it. Thank you for watching, and man, let's get excited for Fire and Ash.